How's it going, everybody? This is Radishhead and welcome back to another episode of Upland Analysis. I'm recording this immediately after the Queen's collection reveals have dropped. I'm going to sort of talk about how successful I was in predicting the collections, plus my learnings from those collections and the events that immediately followed the collection reveal. And I am going to announce the official location for the Upland Analysis community node. So there is a lot to look forward to in this video. I firstly want to give a quick shout out to my executive level channel members, Bad Frog, Matrigno, and Monopoly Mike. Thank you so much for your continued support. If anybody's interested in becoming a channel member, there's a little join button just under the video. You get so many cool perks like one-on-one chats with me, access to my analysis spreadsheets, and so much more. So give it a click, see if it interests you. I also want to give a quick call out to the Block Explorer raffle that I mentioned in my last video. It's this Detroit Trader Explorer. If you want to have a chance to win this, the tickets for the raffle are just 10,000 UPIX. If you're able to direct transfer me the 10,000 UPIX and send me a message on Discord that you've sent me the money, and here is your username. You can buy as many tickets as you like, but it's limited to 100 in total. Which I think makes it a bit more fair for everyone involved. If for whatever reason you try to send me the UPIX and it gives you an error, just let me know and we'll sort out something with a burner property. That is totally fine. So that's all of that news. Let's talk about the Queen's collection reveals, because I think it's fair to say, and not everybody is going to be thrilled with the outcome. I certainly missed on a few of the areas that I speculated on, especially Northern Boulevard. Dang, I was really confident about that one, but I did manage to hit quite a few ones which I predicted in my collections predictions video. I think I've got a pretty good track record of those now. I did pretty well in Bronx. I did pretty well in New Orleans, pretty well in LA, so we're doing well. This might be one of my best ones yet. In fact, if I quickly load up the collections menu, let's talk about the different collections, how I feel about the different ones. Well, obviously Queens was a guarantee. Forest Hills is one that I predicted. I did grab some stuff in Forest Hills, but they were all located on Queens Boulevard, which is one I'm going to get to later. So I was sure that one or the other, or maybe both, would get in. Forest Hill, super iconic. And of course Astoria as well. That was one of the ones which I was most confident on. I thought it would be a limited collection. I'm a bit disappointed that it's only a standard, but hey, at least it's a fairly valuable standard. And then we go along. Rego Park is one which didn't actually pop up in my predictions or my research. I think Loyal Doyle is starting a node in Rego Park, so that's going to be really hard to get into. You can have the people speculating on the collection potential and the node, which is why I like to start my nodes in areas which are not collections. But people have like different preferences. There's advantages to having a collection area as your node. It's just not really my style, but congratulations anyone who got in on Rego Park. I did predict Sunnyside. I said there was a good chance that Long Island City, Sunnyside, and Astoria, that sort of trinity, would all make it because they're all very important parts of the city. I didn't actually mint there, but I did manage to get some properties there. I'm going to elaborate on that in a bit in the learnings section. Douglaston, honestly, I've got no idea. Didn't come up in my research. The picture looks nice. I don't even know where Douglaston is. I haven't actually looked this up yet. Let's have a look. Can I find it? This is Brooklyn that I'm scrolling into right now. It's got to be one of the ones on the far east of the city, right? There it is, Douglaston. Okay. I don't know what the prices are looking at here. It's honestly, I never. Oh, they're not too bad. Hang on, 23k for a 37 UP2. Yeah, it's a pretty good price. I think that's going to go up in price probably because these New York collections just seem to be in high demand. Moving on, Long Island City, I was pretty confident about that one. I'm glad to see it got in. I thought it might be an exclusive, but hey, whatever. Hollis Hills, I think I mentioned it, but it wasn't one of my top targets. Again, I managed to buy this one off the secondary market. Kew Gardens was absolutely one which I predicted. I thought again it was going to be an exclusive collection. I think it must have been right on that threshold because there are not many properties available in Kew Gardens. I don't know if this picture here is accurate because this certainly looks like the Kew Gardens in London to me. I don't know if Kew Gardens in Queens has a big greenhouse like the one in London. It might do, or the artists might have been given some incorrect source material. I'm not sure. I completely neglected the Rockaway side of Queens when I was doing my predictions, which I mentioned on my video immediately after my collection predictions, and I said maybe Rockaway Beach could be a collection, but I really hadn't done my research. Looks like it made it, so well done to people who bought there. I know it was pretty highly speculated. Similarly to that, Cross Bay Boulevard. Obviously that one actually stretches into the mainland, into Brooklyn, but the bit that we could mint in the Queen's release was sort of out in this Rockaway area. And not only was there a Cross Bay Boulevard collection, but there was also a Beach Channel Drive collection. So there was basically 3 collections in this Rockaway part of the map. So Upland really favoured it, and I'll have to learn from that next time. Moving on, we've got Queens Boulevard, of course. I thought there was a pretty good shot that we're in Queens. Queens Boulevard is a good shout. It's got a lot of, it passes through a lot of the key bits of the city. There were so many marked properties on it. In fact, all 4 of the Queens Boulevard properties which I grabbed were marked. I've sold one of them already, 150,000 UPIX. Might be a bit too cheap for a exclusive in New York, but I don't know. I had 4 of them. And that makes up for some of the fails which I had elsewhere, including Main Street. I bought something there for about 150k, so makes up for that. And we got the rares, Astoria Boulevard. I remember saying, keep an eye on Astoria Boulevard, but I thought it was unlikely that Upland would make both Astoria and Astoria Boulevard collections. It looks like they made them both collections, so if people were able to grab that, congratulations. Conduit Avenue, I'll be honest, never heard of it, didn't come up in my research. Very well done anybody who somehow managed to either research their way into that or got very lucky and just happens to randomly mint it. I don't know. And the Queen's Curator, I'm not even going to go into that. I'm assuming it's just a collection of some of the most iconic properties in Queens. I usually let other more experienced players fight over the ultra rares. I usually prefer to target the exclusives. I think that is the sweet spot. And sometimes the rares if I think I've got a chance, but exclusives is my target. I thought I hit a few exclusives with Long Island City, Kew Gardens, Queens Boulevard, Northern Boulevard. Turns out I only hit Queens Boulevard for the exclusive, but I hit a few other collections. Overall, the predictions were pretty good and I was happy with them. Some other learnings that I just quickly wanted to take from the Queens collection reveal experience was, first of all, there was a lot of speculation just before the reveals came out about Northern Boulevard, specifically because of one photo that Upland revealed. And it's been correctly identified that Upland love to use collection areas in their official artwork. So this picture here for Cross Bay Boulevard was identified as a building which is actually located on Northern Boulevard in-game. But yeah, people were going pretty heavy on Northern Boulevard, including me. I grabbed something immediately when that was revealed to be the case. It looks like there was some mistake here, or Upland was deliberately trying to throw people off, because this building here is not on Cross Bay Boulevard in-game. It's on Northern Boulevard. I guess the learnings there are, one, It reinforces the idea that yes, when Upland reveal official material, they have their like, oh, welcome to Queens. If there's a building in the background, there's a good chance that that might be some kind of collection. But similarly, you can't use it as a 100% guarantee because sometimes they might throw us off or they might get things wrong, whatever. So you can't take it for absolute guarantee, but there is some correlation there. The second learning which I picked up was make sure that before they reveal the collections, you've got a pretty good geographical sense of what's in the city. Because I had the Discord open, X1 the Gamer posted the list of areas which were collections, and I immediately saw Sunnyside, which is an area which I wasn't able to mint myself, but I recognised it because I'd done my research on the city and I knew exactly where it was. So in seconds, when I saw Sunnyside, I was like, I think I can get there first. I immediately zoomed in on Sunnyside and I clicked the properties nearby button in the corner, and I had a sense. I was like, I don't even know what sort of collection this is, if it's an exclusive, if it's a limited. I assumed it was a limited, and I had an idea in my head of the kind of prices that I'd be willing to pay for a limited. So basically, trying to keep an eye out for anything that was dramatically under that value. So basically mispriced properties or people who had forgotten to delist their stuff. So I knew that about 25 to 30,000 UPIX was a good amount for a limited collection in Queens. And I clicked this button and I saw a few properties which were clearly there by players who had forgotten to delist their stuff. This one down here, which I managed to quickly grab for 15,000 UPIX. This one here, which I managed to quickly grab for 19,000 UPIX. And then I finished off my trio, this one down here, which I think was about 22,000. So overall, I think I managed to snipe those from 3 players who had forgotten to delist their Sunnyside properties, and I credit that to knowing the geography of Queens before the collection reveals and being really quick on the mark. So if in future cities you're able to sort of have that general sense of where the different neighborhoods are, you might be able to take advantage of some of those people who have mispriced their stuff and get in ahead of people who have to go into UPX land and type it in and then zoom into the address because they aren't as familiar with the layouts of the neighborhoods. It is time for me to announce the Upland Analysis Community node, and if you are tuned into the last video, you probably already know what I'm about to say, because I had 2 top candidates. I had Kew Gardens and I had Holliswood, but I also said that I did not want to have my node in an area which was a collection, which is why I wanted to wait until after the collection reveals to announce my node location, because I wanted to take advantage of the fact that the floor's probably going to drop in non-collection neighborhoods after the reveal, which would mean that more of you guys can get involved. And of course, Kew Gardens did turn out to be a collection. What does that mean? Well, it means that Holliswood is the location for the Upland Analysis Community node. I think it is such a fantastic location for a node. It's right next to Jamaica and the train station, so when real world travel comes into the game, it'll be super easy for us to move our cars from Holliswood to the station. Super easy commuting distance. It has those trademark curvy roads from the sky, so you know that it's a nice part of town. It's not grids, it's just nice smooth roads. You know I'm a fan of that on this channel. And like my other nodes which I'm participating in on the west coast, Century City, Holliswood, it's not too big, but it's also not too small. So I'm hoping it'll be a bit more accessible for people to get into. I think at the moment the floor's about 20,000, 30,000. let's grab some properties there. I'm going to keep an eye out for people slowly listing their stuff, because although it doesn't look like there's very much for sale right now, I think that's going to change because it's not a collection. People are going to want to raise liquidity. So I'm not going to rush into buying everything right now, but I'm going to keep an eye on it, try and increase my holdings here. If you guys want to join me and help build up Holliswood into an amazing community project for the Upland analysis team, please do get involved in that. I can't wait to see you all there. And that is about it for this video. Please let me know how you did in Queens. Did you find my collection predictions video helpful? I really hope you did. I hope you found this video useful. Here is an excellent list of all of my channel supporters, including my executive and director level channel members, Monopoly Mike, Matrigno, Bad Frog, and Tushar Singh. Thank you so much for all of your support. That's the end of this video, and I can't wait to see you in the next one.